Qualifier 3, the last of the Spring ILCA UK qualifiers, and finally we have a weekend of 6 races. Admittedly, first day was a little bit misty, a little bit wet, but all races done. Today we were in Portland Harbour and it was glamour conditions. A low for some, a bit of a hike off. 3 very worthy winners. Lots more racing to come in the ILCA class, and hopefully we're going to have a bumper turnout this year at the National Championships. Ben Elvin, you're qualifier champion here at the Weymouth and Portland National Sailing Academy, and it's not the first qualifier you've won. Can you just tell us a little bit about your sailing background, and then I'm going to ask you about some other things.
Well, yeah, I've been in the fleet for quite a few years now. I think probably started sailing the ILCA in 2008 was probably when I started doing it seriously. Didn't win a qualifier until, I don't know, it must have been 2019, 2020 or something.
And now you keep winning them.
Yeah, I think this is my 3rd, so not at a massive rate, but you know, I have won a few now. As much sailing as I can, but also a lot of time on the bike. You know, just working the legs and learning how to suffer, really. I think it helps in this boat.
So you enjoy the suffering, or is it a necessary evil?
I would say enjoy, but in a kind of satisfaction kind of way, rather than in the moment kind of way. This year, a lot of the events have all kind of happened already, and on the kind of European circuit, there isn't too much going on to interest me. So I'm going to be focusing on maybe a couple of Grand Prix event open meetings, Masters Nationals, that kind of thing. But it has left a bit of a gap for a bit more cycling this year. So definitely be doing a lot of races on the bike.
I'm Jess, and I'm from Draycott Water Sailing Club.
And we just want to talk a little bit about your top tips for people who are moving from the ILCA 4. Into the ILCA 4 from the topper.
I'd probably just say they're quite similar boats, like the setup and stuff is quite similar. So I wouldn't overthink it too much. I would just try and focus on getting good starts and then just sail it. Probably how you would a topper, there wouldn't much change about it, just hike as well.
What made you go down the single-handed route?
For me, I just prefer making my own decisions, and then if I mess something up, it's my fault, and if it feel less guilty if I mess something up. And then it's just then you can take credit for your own results as well, and it's not like there's someone else. And I just find it a lot easier for me to think, and I don't have to talk to someone else about it. You
don't want to talk to anyone else. How do you handle the fitness requirement, because you're eventually going to be moving into the ILCA 6, which is the Women's Olympic single-handed class, and fitness, crikey, especially on a weekend like this, really important.
So I go to the gym a bit as well. You do fitness at home, and then I always find that just sailing as well, that improves the fitness, because there's not many other sports that are similar. There's you can simulate it, but it's not really the same. So I find sailing a lot as well, and heavy winds, that helps.
My name's James Cook, and it's been quite a nice weekend weather-wise to come back to.
So any top tips for those young people who are just about to go full-time sailing, or putting in a lot of hours, to try and avoid those niggles or manage them, or as you did, fully recover?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where the more you push it, the worse it can get, and yeah, you don't want to go over that edge, because you put yourself out for a lot longer than you need to.
And it's great, everything's now come good for you. Can you just tell us, is there anything you did or didn't do? I know you have a lot of support from the BST.
Yeah, I had an injection into it, which kind of helped ease pain, so I could kind of still compete with it.
So is that a guided corticosteroidal injection?
Yes.
Very important, guided, to make sure it goes in exactly the right place.
Yeah, it's not the shortest process. It's got needles in the back of your shoulder for about 20 minutes, half an hour, but yeah, that really helps, and just deep tissue massages and loosening everything up when needed.
A couple of weeks off, being good boy.
Yeah. Especially when the forecast gets a bit big, is managing when you kind of push it and when you don't, really. Yeah. And
Princess Sophia just around the corner. Have you expectations? Looking forward to this?
Yes. Yeah. Last kind of main event for us in the season. It's quite an early one, so you kind of want to finish off on a high, and I'm excited for it.
Brilliant. We're wishing you and all the BST very best of luck, and we'll all be watching your progress.
Thank you.